The 2024 NBA season has been non-stop entertainment. On the basketball side of things, the Celtics recently tripled the Utah Jazz's score 54-18 in the second quarter, which was crazy. Then, on top of that, Jokic is making half-court game-winning buckets and looked more excited than when he won the championship. And Wembanyama, well, the one who LeBron dubbed an alien is blocking Giannis in the clutch and making the Greek freak look small.
Able to guard him. The screen, the drive.
Then on the game within the game, the Timberwolves are playing rock, paper, scissors to see who stays on the court. LeBron is complaining about the refs taking away his three. And not only is Russell Westbrook rocking the baby on Bol Bol, but Paul George is handing him over babies now too. Talk about being in Hollywood. In the background, however, behind the curtains, behind all the noise, behind all the ruckus, a storm is brewing in Golden State, and while the league hasn't quite realized it yet and caught on, the truth is the NBA's worst nightmare is about to start. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. The Warriors haven't been playing their best brand of basketball as of late. They let an 18-point fourth-quarter lead slip away from them against the Denver Nuggets with turnovers by Steph Curry and just bad plays overall. If there was any definition of a heartbreaker, this would be it. Then, against the Detroit Pistons, the worst professional sports team I've ever seen in my entire life, the Warriors let them take a one-point lead with just mere minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Thankfully, a pair of Steph Curry triples came right when the Warriors needed them. Otherwise, all hell would have broken loose if Golden State lost that game. Still though, despite playing like champions throughout 3 quarters of games, then playing like hot garbage to close out fourth quarters, I see something changing with the Warriors that's about to turn the NBA upside down, and let me start off here with the big one. This man here is Jonathan Kuminga. He has the ball on the perimeter. The one guarding him is Jamal Murray, the defending champion's second best option, but young JK doesn't care one bit. He takes 2 dribbles, brings Murray to the weight room, then lays the rock in for a bucket and the foul.
Through the third quarter, Kuminga taking out.
Here he is again with the ball, walking down his defender into the paint. When he gets to his sweet spot, he turns around for the mid-range jumper, and with how high he elevates, there was absolutely nothing his defender could do. The absolute truth of the matter is, the more and more I watch Jonathan Kuminga, the more I see it developing. He's becoming him. In the man's last 15 games, he's averaged 15 points per game on 57% shooting from the field, and although those numbers don't exactly scream out at anybody, if you actually watch the games, for good stretches every night, Kuminga's been looking like the best player on the floor. I mean, his ability to slice through defenses or go into ISO situations and create his own shot is giving me SGA and Jason Tatum type vibes. And every time he makes plays like these, it makes me wonder, just how high is this man's ceiling? Then to add smoke to this fire, the man has ice in his veins. Like, it doesn't matter if you've won a championship together or not, he's gonna go at you with the intent to kill, just like how he does here with Jordan Poole.
Jonathan Kuminga against his former teammate.
Kuminga is officially turning into a beast, and it's not just on offense either. Check out this defensive play where he matches with Jalen Suggs' speed and absolutely erased what would have been a sure layup. With Kuminga's combination of athleticism and size, he's slowly turning into one of the most lethal two-way players in the league, and with over half the season left to play, one has to wonder, does he have the ability to turn into an all-star caliber type of player? Especially after pressuring the Warriors to give him more minutes by voicing out his frustration and getting a more business-style friendly haircut. I wonder if he was trying to be more like Wiggins with this new look. But anyway, so the million-dollar question today is, just how much of a problem are the Warriors going to be as JK gets more experience? Because remember, they still have Steph Curry being a wizard and playing at an MVP level and hitting huge game-winning shots.
Up 4. Step back three. Got it! And he was running.
Sheesh, guys. You know, I read the comments that a lot of people think that the Warriors are trash this season, that they're just a play-in team, that they're not a championship team, etc., etc., but that's just not true. I mean, look at the facts. They lost against the defending Nuggets once because the refs wouldn't stop giving Jokic ticky-tacky fouls that sent him to the line 18 times, and then they lost a second time by blowing an 18-point fourth-quarter lead, then via a crazy half-court game winner that even Jokic couldn't believe he made. They then lost against the rising OKC Thunder by 2 lucky plays that happened 1 out of 10 times. And those 4 games are indeed losses. I ain't going to sugarcoat anything, but as far as I'm concerned, the Warriors are almost there. I'll admit, they still have to put some stuff together and figure out a few more things, but they're almost there. I mean, Steph Curry did show once again why he's Jaylen Brown's father, right? Now, the loss of Chris Paul from that hand injury is no doubt going to affect them a bit, but the truth is, the Warriors are too deep for their own good anyways, and I believe the return of Draymond Green is really going to help the Warriors. His swing on Jusuf Nurkic was a horrible look on him and the organization, but I believe Draymond has internalized all that happened, and he's going to come back a new man. And that right there is going to be the turning point for the Warriors. I mean, Draymond's ability to find Steph and his ability in understanding plays and executing them on offense will fill in a lot of CP3's role. Then when it comes to defense, what more can I say? Like, when was the last time you saw a 3-on-1 fast break being blocked? You know, CP3 getting injured might just be a blessing in disguise because it's finally going to allow Moses Moody to get more minutes. And just like that, the Warriors are going to get younger, bigger, and more athletic. Then, to add even more smoke to this fire, Klay Thompson is finally playing his brand of basketball. To start the season, this was Klay. It was painful to watch at times, and everyone knew what he was attempting to do. The man was trying to be prime Klay, you know, the one that dropped 60 points in 3 quarters, and because of that, his shot selection was horrible. I myself couldn't believe he was actually shooting those shots. And if you asked Paul George, he'd probably say the same.
I don't care what anybody says, that's a bad shot.
More recently, however, Klay's been making all the right plays, taking the right shots, and he's finally letting the game come to him. But moving on here. Rumors from insiders like Woj and Sham have been recently clamoring about Warriors trades for a while now, but the truth is, the absolute truth of the matter is, the Warriors already have everything they need to make a championship-level push. With Trayce Jackson-Davis added to the mix, the Warriors aren't really lacking any pieces. For the remaining half of the season, if the Warriors could just develop and integrate Jackson-Davis, Podziemski, Moody, and Kuminga properly, if the starting 5 could just regain a sense of who they were last season, and if Kerr could work on his coaching a bit, the league is going to be in for a surprise, because slowly and slowly, the pieces of the puzzle are coming together for Golden State, and the NBA's worst nightmare is about to begin.